What's up guys, Jiven here bringing you another video. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and use code JivenTV in the item shop. Today I got another story for you. It was my senior year of high school and my best friend was throwing a party at his house. The people he was inviting were kinda sketchy, not gonna lie. I was kinda hesitant to even go just because of the people he invited. But I decided to go. I was kind of the guy that was making sure that nobody got arrested and nobody did anything stupid to get us in trouble. Long story short, the party was kind of obnoxious, mainly because of the people that showed up. His neighbors were known for calling the cops if it was too loud late at night. So I was trying to keep people inside, but they were all out in the hot tub, like 10 people in a hot tub that fits like 4. And they were blasting music and just being obnoxious. So I was like, bro, we should probably go inside. They were not having it. So I just went inside. I was kind of debating just leaving at this point, but the party was almost over. Like some people were starting to trickle out. So I just stuck it out. I hung out with the people inside. Eventually everybody came in and then eventually people started leaving. Once everybody had left, I realized that they stole basically everything I brought over. I guess I had it coming for trying to keep people inside, but it was a direct attack on me. The party was at my friend's house and nothing of his got stolen, but all of my stuff that I brought over, like $400 worth of stuff, like a really nice speaker and other things, it all got stolen. I honestly just said screw it. I didn't really care that much because I worked at a restaurant that paid pretty nicely. I was pissed and tried to figure out who it was, but I wasn't figuring it out, so I just said screw it. That party was a total bust, honestly. But if I wasn't there, my friend probably would have gotten arrested, so whatever. I'm glad I went, even though I lost like $400 worth of stuff. There was other stuff that went down, but I don't even want to talk about it. But this is where the story gets really absurd. So it was like a whole entire year later. I was at college at this point. And there was some other kid from my high school that was really good at Fortnite. So I hit him up. I was like, yo, let's run some games. And so we were popping off, we were dropping like 20 bombs in duos. And we were like being all friendly. But apparently he was just playing the entire time. I was never that close with this kid in high school because he just did a bunch of dumb stuff. Like, I don't know how he didn't get arrested in high school. Maybe he did, and I didn't know it. He drove like a huge truck, and he would be drinking while driving, and he literally crashed into cars in our school parking lot. And then he would just drive off, but everybody knew it was him, but nobody said anything. He was always posting on his Snapchat about how he's really good at Fortnite, so I just hit him up anyways. And like, he was aight. Anyways, this is what happened. We were just playing normal, being friendly, catching dubs. And then he's like, yo, some of my buddies want to play with us. Hop in this call. And so I hop in the call and there's like 10 people in there. At the time, I had no idea who they were, but they all started saying like disgusting things and just like started attacking me directly. And in the moment, I thought it was so funny until they started threatening me in real life. I didn't even know who these kids were. I never met them before. Like, they gave me their names and everything, but I had no idea who they were. They said they were the ones that robbed me at the party. They said they were going to come to my house. They knew where I lived. They were going to smoke a blunt on my front porch with guns. And then as soon as I came outside, they were going to kill me. I was like, what the hell? Who even are these kids? I was like, how can these kids even exist? Like, I'm pretty sure they were still seniors in high school. I was a year older than them. But I had no idea who they were, and they were just saying all this stuff. So I was like, I bet, go ahead, like, I don't care. And I just stayed in the call until they kicked me from the call. I was having the time of my life. I was like, bro, these guys are literally like incriminating themselves right now. They admitted to stealing my stuff. They said they were going to sit on my porch and kill me. I was like, bro, I can get these kids arrested if I want to. Like, they're just being idiots. And I was at school, so like, they weren't even anywhere close to me. Eventually, they just started cursing at me. They were all like screaming into their mics and like cursing. And then they kicked me from the call. And I was like, bro, what the actual heck just happened? Obviously, they never showed up on my porch to do that stuff because only probably the dumbest psychopaths in the world would do that. But I did hear word that half of them are in jail now, and the other half, I don't even think they went to college, and they're just getting drunk in some basement probably. So good on them, man. Living their best lives, apparently. The weirdest part of that whole situation was I had no idea who they were. I was never the type of person in high school to start beef with anybody. I was one of those guys that was friends with everybody, and then I had my own small group of friends that I hung out with all the time. So that was like the strangest thing that ever happened, but honestly, it's a good story. Just know if you ever run into people like that, like, they don't have a good future. Either one day they're going to regret everything that they did to you, or they're just going to live a terrible life and be miserable. So people like that, you just got to shake it off. Don't let it put you down because the only reason they're doing that kind of stuff is because they're miserable with their own lives. It's hard to not let that stuff get to you, but there's so much of that in this world, and anybody that lives life like that, they're just hating themselves, honestly. I know there's so much hate on the internet, people say all sorts of nasty things for no reason, But typically haters on the internet are people that are just miserable and have nothing better to do than spread hate to other people. Maybe they think it's going to make themselves feel better. There's really no way to avoid it. It's going to happen. There's people on the internet that just do that stuff. There's no reason for it, but they do it, and you just got to ignore it. If you're grinding to make content and stuff, just don't worry about that stuff. Just know there's so many other people that appreciate your content, or if you're just a normal person getting hated on, just know they probably don't even have anything against you. It's just them being upset with themselves. It's crazy, dude. Human beings, man, they're definitely a strange breed. If I have one piece of advice to you, it would just be, if anybody is acting like that to you, don't show that you care. If there's ever a bully, a hater, anything, and you show that you're upset by what they said, it's only going to escalate the situation. That's the response they want to see, and if you don't give them that response, they'll probably stop. Some people might be persistent and keep going, but they're just weird for that. Literally any toxic person that ever has entered my life, I either make an example out of them. For example, if somebody's like being toxic in my stream, I'll make an example out of them. In real life, it's a lot harder to do something like that. But another thing I try to do is I flip it around and make it all positive and try to become their friend. This works almost all the time, you know? I just try to instantly put myself in their shoes, think about why they could be hating on me. And the only logical explanation that I can usually think of is just that they're upset, you know, they're going through something. So by flipping it around and just saying like, sorry, did I do something to upset you? Or just acting really mature about it and being nice back to them, even if they weren't nice to you, oftentimes they'll respond nicely to it. Sometimes they might just be like, you're weird. But other times they might actually like genuinely care that you were nice to them, even though they were mean to you. There's been so many situations where I've flipped it around and been nice to them, and then they want to be my friend and they respect me in the long haul. But anytime I've shown like frustration or aggression back at them, there's never any positive outcome to it. So the only thing that you can do is either show you don't care and just brush it off, or flip it around and try to be nice, and then they might actually show their true selves. Hate is such a weird thing, but that's the only advice I have, you know? If you show hate back to hate, all there's going to be is hate. There's no other possible outcome. But if you respond with something friendly or just nonchalant, then maybe you won't care about it as much, they won't mess with you again. Or if you spread positivity back, there's a hate and a positive side. It's going to take one of the two sides. Maybe they'll say you're weird and walk away, or they respond positively to you and they see you as a friend. Even if you don't see them as a friend, at least there's not that hatred anymore. Little deep talk for you guys. Hopefully if any of you were struggling with any negativity, this helps you, you know, push that aside. Just know it's not worth it. Focus on the positive things in life and you'll be much, much happier. Anytime, you know, I think about the negative comments more than the positive comments, I get in an absolute rut. But after just thinking about that negativity for so long, I'm just like, why am I thinking about this? Every single time I'm like, why am I not focusing on all the positive things around me? Why is this one negative thing eating me up? There's no point to it. But yeah, so we started with me getting robbed and then we got into this conversation. Welcome to Vibe and Jivin', baby. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. This has been Jivin'. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.